Hello everybody and welcome back to City Skylines 2. I'm just having a stroll around town here, seeing what's what. Back medical. Oh, somebody's waiting at the doctor's already. Just thought we'd have a little wander around at Street View to see what's going on before we start properly today. I'm going to go for quite a bit of building today. In fact, let's finish walking around. We don't need to walk around anymore. Let's come out of photo mode. Because we have not really pushed on super far, have we? Despite being, I think this is our 5th episode now. So we really need to start pushing on. Let's just pause the game for a second. So what I'm going to do is we're going to buy some tiles over here. We're going to expand over this way, and we'll expand over that way, put the forestry in like we spoke about, and then maybe fill in this area as well. And try and get quite a lot of building done in this episode. Because I've done a little personal one as well, like off camera. I've been doing a different city. And I kind of did everything I did here in like an hour, so we need to push on a little bit faster, I think, now. And the infrastructure is about there for it as well. We might even look at power, because I've been having a look at the stats between episodes. So we're consuming 25 megawatts of power, and we can kind of offset the cost of that almost with buying one of these, because this costs 70,000 a month for upkeep. But we're bringing in 125,000 worth, I think. So we can basically offset most of our cost by having that. So I might put that in at some point. And I might try and progress the tree a little bit as well, because then we can start selling power and make a little bit of money on that. But I don't think we're quite there yet. I did do that on my other playthrough. And I went straight in for nuclear. And you can get away with it, but you do... Yeah, there was a period where I thought, ooh, we're probably going to go bankrupt. But I didn't. But it is kind of a risk, so I'm not going to take that risk here. But we are going to buy these tiles for now. I think we'll buy maybe these two as well. So then we've got plenty of room for our forestry area. And then, how's the land looking? It's not too bad. Maybe these. Maybe these three here. Leave that one. Alright, that should get us going for today. Let's fill this entire area out if we can. So we'll start by going this way, I think. We'll continue a slightly larger road. We'll go up to there. And then we'll build another area and another area off of that, a bit like we did just here. So we'll go for... normal kind of street. Come off about here somewhere. Something like that. And then... something vaguely decorative. Do the same the other side, but they can come off about here somewhere. Have a curved road to about there, and then we'll branch off in a similar pattern. Yeah, it wasn't until I did my sort of personal city off camera that I realized just how much building you can actually get away with. So I was kind of taking it slow in the YouTube series because I didn't want to go bankrupt, and it was obviously... I'd never played this particular game before. Obviously I played Skylines 1, but I'd never played Skylines 2, so I wanted to make sure we were doing it correctly. But I just went hell for leather with the other one, and it turned out okay. There was almost no bother with building at a quite quick rate. It was... sometimes the money went a little bit low. Generally, it was absolutely fine. So I thought, well, we might as well start building a little bit quicker and get some more rapid expansion for the city. Right, what should we do here? Should we I've got to be mindful of this main road. So this main road's going to go all the way and carry on up here. So you don't want to build too close to the main area. So I think what we'll do here is we'll just do some... Might do like a little gridded layout there, actually. Something along those sort of lines. Yeah, that'll do for there. That can be slightly more built up, maybe. I've got to find a spot for our main bit of city. Once we start unlocking high residential, high commercial and stuff, where is that going to go? I mean, some of it's going to go over here, I reckon, but probably over here as well. We're going to want some big city. Can't stay low residential all of the time, although it does do that for a long time, I've noticed. Let's fill this in. On my other playthrough that I've been doing, I think I've got like 30,000 in that city now, and very, very, very little demand for anything other than low density housing. Now that should get them moving in. We'll also give them some parks. That'll keep them happy, and I'm going to start putting in some post boxes and things as well. We haven't been doing that yet on here, so make sure everybody can send mail. Got one down there as well. Put a couple in here. Might as well go over the other side of the map as well, because I don't think we've haven't done any of this, so... This will make them a bit happier. I've changed around some of this as well. We had so many sort of not enough customers and stuff like that going on that I've just got rid of quite a lot of the commercial area and just added extra housing to it. Because we just don't have the residents to make much commercial work, so... At the moment, we're just kind of going residents only, and we'll bring in shops again as it calls for it. Because I think what I did kind of went like a City Skylines 1 approach, where you would have your commercial zone, then you've got some housing, and that kind of works, but this game kind of likes it to be within, and it likes higher density housing near shops. Otherwise, the custom graphic doesn't seem to work. So you come on here, you can see low customers to high. Well, we've not got many customers. You know, some of it's green. I think right in the dead center here, you can start to see some greenery coming in. So popping in some commercial there is good because you'll get customers. But a lot of it is in the low customers end. So there's absolutely no point. Over here, look, we've got no customers whatsoever over here. It's kind of orange. So we're in the middle, but it's not great. We need that to be in the green, really, to bother. So there's no point putting in any commercial unless you're getting towards here and here, because they'll just complain constantly they've got no customers. And it just doesn't seem to ever... I don't think you need as many shops as you used to do. Even though there's demand for it. For me, it doesn't seem that you need anywhere near as many shops. Because I've not had a single person complain, oh, there's not enough shops. It's always, there's not enough customers. So, maybe people just buy things online now. Right, we need a post office, though, because we now have a lot of post boxes around and nobody to collect the mail. So, where can we put the post office? We'll put the post office over here. Doesn't really matter where you put this. They've got a reasonably high coverage for this size of city. We'll dot some around elsewhere anyway. We also need to put in some radio masts, because at the moment nobody has the internet, so let's give them some internet coverage. So let's put one in here. We'll put one here. We've unlocked Busy Town. which is good because I'm spending quite a bit of money. Did that go on a... No, we need to move that because I think it needs to be roadside. Put one here as well. Make sure everybody's got a nice bit of coverage. I haven't worked out yet if they complain about being close to these masts. So far, I've had no issues. I guess this farm guy needs one of his own because he's got no coverage. I've had no issues placing these. They don't seem to care being next to a radio mast. We have a tornado. That's not good. Hopefully it stays out of city bounds. Is it coming this way or is it just kind of hovering here? I think it's just kind of hovering here. Let's speed up time a bit. Find out where it's going. Seems to be hanging on the outskirts of town at the moment. I have a horrible feeling this is its trajectory. Although maybe it's going to move. Let's hope for the best, because we've got absolutely no provisions for disasters at the moment. Thankfully, this map doesn't have fire. I've had forest fires on my other map that I've been playing. That's horrendous. Everything just constantly catches fire. To the point where I've just turned it off. It was so annoying. Like, all of your services were constantly being called out to fires that weren't even in part of your map. Like, they were right on the edge where I've not even unlocked the square yet. And I still had issues, so I turned disasters off. But I think all we're getting here is tornadoes, so that's not too bad. Let's move this because I know that needs moving. Relocate. We'll relocate you to some unlucky person's about to lose their business. Sorry. Oh, oh no, that still wasn't even... So we just took somebody's business away. I didn't even put them on the roadside. There we go. Right. At least they've got the internet. Somebody had to give up some space for some internet. That should keep things going nicely, though. I think we can put in a few footpaths over here. Just to make sure this is a bit more accessible for people. Put a crossing in as well. I think this probably needs connecting in there somewhere as well. Tempted to bring them over here as well because there's some shops here. Can we get a nice road? Yes, we can. Without destroying somebody's house. That can be in there, and then that can be there as well. So people can walk through to these shops. We'll put that in as well. And then we'll link that into there and there. These, I think, are okay. Maybe a path in there. It's not that far to walk, is it? But I think I'll put some path in down here, actually. I think if I go, again, corner here, up to there, and then these guys can just link into that. Might just encourage people to come into these shops a little bit more. If you'll notice that, actually, they're not complaining here now. When we first came on, they were complaining here still, so it's just here. So maybe they're starting to get some customers coming in. Let's continue filling in with some low-density housing, and then I think we'll work on maybe putting a grain farm or some forestry in. I think forestry, because I'm not sure if we have any more fertile land. I think that's over here somewhere, the closest. Alright, well that should bring us in some population, so now we can get on with some other bits. So, let's try and put in this forestry area. So we need to go to specialized industry forestry. Now where can he go? Anywhere here, really. He's going to have basically his own road network. So, I can't see where the edge of the line is. I think it's there, so he can come over here somewhere. He can be right in the the deep here. Can't get rid of that a second. I don't think that's worked properly. I had this problem before. If you don't place it correctly, the buildings don't show. It's very strange. So you see, like, it's got like a... Not that we can see because of the trees. You see it's got those buildings on it, but sometimes they disappear like that. And if you put it down, they're not there, and it doesn't work. And I've no idea. I assume it's some sort of glitch. I think it's to do with being on like a flat piece of land. But I've had a lot of issues with that, and unfortunately, when you're in these trees, you can't see whether it's there or not. So we're just gonna have to... Come on. Let's put it there. It's going there. That's a bit of an annoying way of having to do it, but it is what it is. The road comes out the front, I think, so we can start coming this way. Something like... Might as well come up here a bit. There we go. So that's all of that area. Not that we can really see it, but it's all of that area. And right, let's see. Where is his kind of road? I think it's along the front here. Alright, he's not complaining about the road anymore, so we must have hooked him in. Let's continue this road along. I didn't realise trees were so difficult to see through. Right. I think if we just do that and then hook into there, he should have everything now. No power. But I think that's just because we've not brought the line across. Because it can't hop across this junction, so we can just go with an underground cable. Oops, plumb that in there. I think that's... Yep, we've done it. And how's he doing for... I think we already did the water. Yeah, we did. Nice. So he should be operational now. Let's check him out. So 91% efficiency. That'll grow as he gets employees, which he's almost completed. So he should start offsetting some of our demand for wood now. So he's now producing 41 tons per month, and I think he might get up towards 50. So we're only 15 in now. So that's better. We need to start doing grain. Grain, we've got a huge deficit. But it's another successful piece of industry in. Let's continue on with a little bit of this then. I suppose we ought to kind of bring this road in and then have another offshoot here, because I can't really get over there now. This is kind of a closed off area, isn't it? Town, so we may have to bring these roads forward. What kind of road is this? I think it's highway. So if we continue this highway on a little bit. Actually, we'll continue the highway on to about here. Nope, that's the wrong way. Still haven't found a way of switching the lanes around. I'm sure there is. There always used to be. There we go. So we'll come to here. Now we could put a little roundabout or something in here. Depends how much traffic this is going to take, isn't it? Because this is the only, at the moment, this is our only way in and out of the city. So this is going to be a busy one. So maybe we should put in a little intersection. Let's buy this tile because it's annoying me. There we go. So we could put in a little intersection here that sends people this way. We could just do like a normal kind of thing, couldn't we? That's not too bad. If we put that there and then connect into it, It's this one. Something like that. At the moment, they don't need to go anywhere, so we can just come off this way. I think if we will bring them off, still doing some speed. And then we'll look to slow them down into a 4-lane road. Starting about there somewhere. About there. Hook them in. I think that was an autosave, I think. There we go. Right, so that should be... That should be fine. Then we can put in a fairly large roundabout at the end. And now we can start spouting off in whichever direction we want to go. So I think we're probably going to carry on a similar design to what we've done over here. So I think we'll have a straight road all the way along there. And then maybe we'll put in a small roundabout here at the end, just to get us in here and possibly in here. Put another one there. And then we should now just, I think, just build off of these. So if we go straight down here to there. Do straight down here to there. And we'll come this way as well. That one. Nice. If we put the wrong thing in here, why are these like really green? Is that because maybe that's because they're not filled in. They were really bright green for some reason. Okay, so let's make sure then. So this is going to come in this way, isn't it? So that one wants to go the other way. So we'll come in from about here somewhere. Put a nice little road in there. Have a little twisty road that goes all the way through here. And then randomly come off. Hopefully, at some point soon, this, if we go top-down view, will start looking a bit like if you go on Google Maps and you look down at a city. Hopefully, it'll look similar to that. It might not, but I'm hoping it does. That's the idea for all of these twisty, unusual shapes. That could actually snake around. It can be a slightly bigger area, so this could snake around here. Get into that island there. And then we can put something in here like that. That can go into there. A little road there. One can go there. Should be a road there, I think, as well. Okay, that's not too bad. Then we'll put in some parks and things. That should we go for small playground. Put a playground in there and one over there as well. Give them a small park there. Dog park for you over there. Campfire we'll leave for now. We'll give them some post boxes, so they can have one on that road, one on that road, one on the main road, one up here for these people, They can have one as well, and they can have one. Doesn't seem to matter how many you put down. I think the more you put down, the better. Even though they've got good coverage, obviously you don't want to walk all the way across town just to put something in a post box. So we'll leave the post office over there, or do we want to... No, let's put a post office in over here. Let's put the post office in on the main road by the school. That way when people are dropping off at school, they can go to the post office if they need to as well. Right, what else do we need to put in? We need to put some footpaths in. So the obvious one here will be to cut this corner off. So you can get to the park. We'll also do that here as well, I think. So we'll go from this corner, go straight through all the way up there. So you don't have to walk from here all the way up around there. It'd be annoying, I think, if you lived here and had no way of getting onto the main road. So we'll do that. We'll do the same over here. Because we're probably going to have public transport running along. A lot of the main roads. So the more options you give people in terms of being able to get to those main roads, the more likely they are to take public transport in the first place. Which is kind of what we want. So I think that's not too bad. Fill in the other side in a second, but that's not bad. Okay, let's fill this in. We might have to go slightly more gridded over this side because we've not got a lot of room. So I'm going to go with a straight road to there and there. And then road through the middle. Something like that. Again, we'll put in some footpaths. Might put in just a massive footpath straight through. Because they could walk up there, couldn't they? We'll just connect. Connecting some of these roads here. So if we just go something like that to there. Go to there. Just so they're connected in a little bit. I guess we could connect this via a footpath as well. Just in case anybody's interested in coming from place to place on foot. I think that's more or less it. We'll put you guys one in as well. I think everybody else is kind of connected in. Give them a post box as well. So we'll put one this end and one that end. Need to give them some internet and things as well, so they can have it there and there. Just carry on then. I think what we'll do is we'll carry on and get up to that island. So build a straight road to there, then into that island. Build in from these like so. Something like that. Now do we... No, I don't think we do. Contemplating connecting them in a little bit better so they're not just all from around here, but The problem if you do that, traffic is better on this game, and they do drive in different directions. They don't all follow a certain route, but the danger with connecting in here is they're just going to end up driving through here to get to here rather than using the main road, so I'd rather avoid that. There's a similar thing here. Okay, and then they also need post box. One on the main road as well. How are they for internet? I think they're okay. At the very edge, maybe they're a bit poor, but mostly I think everybody's okay. Struggle a little bit in the center here, though, don't they? Let's chuck one in. They're only 13,000 anyway. I don't think there's much upkeep to them either, so they're quite useful. Small park for you. Small park for you. I assume that had gone orange because of the size of the place. That was weird, because they were okay earlier. But maybe because it's quite a big area now, they're thinking, maybe we will need some more. Because they're just going immediately lower coloured. For some reason. That's weird. Why is that happening? Why is... We're just putting these parks in, and then gradually before our eyes, they're like, this is bad coverage. Is that because we've not got maintenance yet? I've not unlocked park maintenance, so is that why? They're actually just gradually getting worse before my eyes. I wonder if that is the reason. If so, let's get park maintenance. And get a park maintenance vehicle or team on the way. It's not a vehicle, is it? It's a building. So, not sure where to put this. Let's put it over here. Out of the way. And they can go and work on the parks. Hopefully. Right. Power then we need to bring across. As well as everything else. So, we'll bring across... that first of all, and then power can also just nip across. So that's all plumbed in. Right, I think we can get some residents in. This area is going to be pretty much entirely residential. With just the odd sort of shop here and there, I think is the way to do it. So we'll do that. And then they can just have 4 shops on the entry to their little housing estate. How are we doing for residents? We've got nearly 8,000 now. So we should start making some money soon. Or getting close to making some money soon. How are we doing? 7,000 down at the moment. But that should change when these residents come in. Right, on this middle bit, we'll put in a couple of shops as well. See how that works. So they've got some central shops. And they all live around the edge. What's going on here? Why is he building in the middle of nowhere? Excuse me, Mr. Crane, you're not on the road. Why have you built a house off of the street? Incidentally, this is not the first time I've had this issue. Why would it even think it can do that? Why has the game gone right? You know what? I see everybody else building on roads. I'm going to be a maverick. I'm going to build right in the middle of this grassland. Force you to put in an extra street just for me. Like, why would you do that? I hope somebody important goes and lives there now at 3 Valley Street. Somebody there yet? Not yet. I think our taxes might be a little bit high. We've got a lot of poor people. See how they're doing over here. They've been here a while now. Oh no, they're wealthy over here. That's good. They can keep paying their taxes then. Found out when I was doing my own playthrough off camera. If you lower your taxes, they've got more money to spend on their houses, so their houses get better and they have more wealth in general, and they're a lot happier and everything seems to work smoother. So I want to try and keep people as wealthy as possible. One thing that I haven't done yet, and I should have done ages ago, because it's one of the first things we unlocked, was this water treatment thing, because that's getting worse. Let's put water treatment... Could just do that over here, couldn't we? All it needs to be is connected to the water line. So in Skylines 1, your water treatment thing was actually the building you placed at the outlet, whereas now it's just a building you place within your system. So the water goes in, and all the sewage and everything, and then comes out cleaner. So it says. I haven't actually seen much benefit to it. It's very small. There's another thing you can do as well. You can upgrade... I think you can upgrade this. Yeah, you can upgrade this for an extra settling tank. Reduces the amount of sewage being expelled. And I think you can chemical purify. Yeah, chemical purification. So we could do that, but it costs 4,000 a month at the moment. So at the moment, we just have to kind of deal with it, because we're not making money, and I'm not spending 4,000 a month on that. It's not an issue yet. So we'll leave them to it. How's our forestry going? He's doing very well. Very well. Look at him driving along there, cutting his trees down, or he should be. Will he ever do it? Oh, he's doing it. Is he? No. I think he... Well, he is doing it, because I can see the stumps. He's being very selective over the trees, which is good. Sustainable. Alright, we're getting more demand for low residential housing, so I think we can start whacking some of these in as well. Let's get them right. So these build very quickly. Well, they build slowly, but they build in quite quickly. But the demand for low residential housing is always big. Just never seems to die off. I'm sure it will do at some point, but... Do these need a shop, do you think? They could have a shop, couldn't they? Just a little corner shop or something. I'll be interested to see what shops actually go here. Because I think the game's a bit smarter than it used to be. It won't just chuck something crazy in the middle of a residential area. You're not just going to have a shop that nobody would go to. I say that. I could be completely wrong. There we go. Short market. Interior design. Now that, yeah, I guess that wouldn't belong there. Something and all. What have we got here? Elk Street. Is that just a residential? Yeah, they're just residential, aren't they? Biofuel. Really? Why would you have a biofuel place right in the middle of there? So maybe it's not as smart as I thought it was. It should just be like little local shops, shouldn't it, really? Maybe a hairdresser's and local shop. Bakery, maybe. Just something that these people would use. It'd be nice if you could have some sort of control over that. Rather than a biodiesel place right in the middle of a housing estate. I mean... Not when you're this far out from the industry, which is over there. I think that will do for that. How are we for schools? We're okay for places of schools, but they do have to travel. They'd have to go down the main road or walk to get to the up there. So I think we'll give them one. over here somewhere. We've got a massive amount of places for students, but that will change over time as more people come in, because we're gaining 157 per hour at the moment, so we're gaining people all the time. High school is fine. I think they travel further for high school anyway. But they're going to have to, though, aren't they? Where's high school? It's here. No, they'll be fine with that. We can always give them a little a bus run or something. For that, that's building in already, so I think we can put some more housing in. I was hoping this would be for some slightly higher residential, but we're just getting no demand whatsoever for it. We may have to educate our citizens a little bit more in order to get some higher residential. So it might be worth spending some points now. Now we've got quite a few and we're quite settled. Maybe start to think about having some extra stuff. So we'll have a college. University we could have, but we're a long way from needing university. So I'm going to leave that for now, because they have to go through school and they have to go through college. And it does give you a nice breakdown now of how long they spend at each place. So if we go to high school, it takes them 12 months to graduate. So if you can imagine 12 months passing here to graduate, it takes them quite a long time to get to the next school. So until they filled this up, we can put a college in. But then they have to go through college before they get to university. So by the time you actually get to university, we're going to be a little further down the line, aren't we? So we don't actually need to get that just yet. Train we've got. Tram is good, but don't really need it right now. Got that. We could have large parks. We'll put in a large park somewhere. Keep people happy. Fire station we could have. We're okay with the firehouses at the moment, I think. Incinerator plant. We could get one of these because we're already out of landfill on the other side of the map. So I think we'll get one of those and maybe a recycling centre. What have we got? 5 left to spend. Hospital. Crematorium. Water we're okay for. Could spend it in power. I think we're a little way away from getting this. So I went this route in my off-camera playthrough to go to nuclear. We could still do that. It chucks out a lot of power. It takes a lot of water and pumps out a lot of sewage, so you have to make sure your whole network is ready for it. It does produce a lot of power, and I was exporting a lot of power, but I was only just making money on it because it costs, I don't know, something crazy, like 850,000 a month or something to run it. So we could go this way and have solar. We do get a lot of sunlight on this map. It's usually sunny. It's very rarely is it anything other than sunny or partly cloudy. So we could go solar. I don't know how that works though, because we're only playing this on day-only mode. I've not got the day-night cycle turned on. What happens with that? Does that just constantly give you power? Because that's never going to not have a sunny day, is it? It's not going to have that nighttime drop-off, which is what it says here. I don't know what to do. I think I'll go this way. So we'll unlock the gas power plant. Just for the hell of it. We won't be able to get it yet because it costs a fair bit. I don't know if we're ready to swallow that cost yet. We'll take the welfare office because that helps the lower income citizens. So we'll take that. We'll leave it there for now. We'll leave those two. Alright, see if we're ready to build any more. So some... Okay, so I saw some people upgrading over there. Now, if we were to put a college in, where would we put said college? I think it's got to be in this bit, hasn't it? This little higher, what will be a higher residential area. So I think we could put college in and see what happens. So let's put a college in over here. Because there are a lot of people living here now. And these people can come across to college. They're complaining about somebody's died. How is our cemetery doing? It's okay. It's just a little bit far away now, isn't it? So we might have to put a crematorium in or something a bit closer. I still want to move. That's the problem. I really want to move this industry from here. I don't want it here. We were forced into it because this was our starting area here, and then we were forced into it. I really do want to put it up in these mountains, so it's out of the way. Ideally. But we're not at that position yet, so I'm going to have to bite the bullet, though, I think, because these guys are full. So we have no... So we're going to have to put an incineration plant in. Could we... let's put one in here somewhere. We're going to lose a few bits of industry, but... So let's put this incineration plant. Does it fit? Doesn't fit. This thing is huge. Why is it so big? Well, okay, we're just going to have to swallow the loss of some industry. We get a lot of thumbs down, but... That thing is massive. There's no reason it should be that big. Okay, so the entrance to that is that side. So we have a... So you've got your low power lines. They go for, like, into our city. And then you've got your big power lines, which you can attach to send out of the city if you want to... Because this creates power by, obviously, burning all of the landfill that's in here. And you can start exporting power from here as well. So you would export it from the bigger power lines. Now, I don't know how much this is actually going to make, to be honest with you. So I don't know if that's necessary. It's plumbed in already. But we will just... Are these the big... Or maybe these are the big power lines, actually. Yeah, these are the big power lines. So... I don't think we're going to need that yet, but I might connect it in anyway. Just because you never know. And it's not going to cost much to do it, so... We'll do it all underground, though. So, if for some miraculous reason this starts making and chucking out ridiculous amounts of power, more than we need, then at least it's plumbed in and can start selling it rather than wasting it. So we've got that in there. I'd like a recycling plant, but we'll leave it like that for now. Because like I said, I do want to move this at some point. Over there. Or over here. Or over here. Maybe instead of having this as like a little leisure area. So this is going to be our high-end property. Instead of having a leisure area, maybe we just have like Garbage Island. And maybe we just have this as a horrible industry where we put all of our rubbish. Maybe we'll do that instead. Still no demand for anything higher than low. So we might have to just put low in here and swallow the bullet. Is anybody here yet? We have 35 people in a 1,000-place college. Those halls must be really empty. You'd come here in the morning and you'd not see a single person. It's a shame we can't go inside and have a look to see what's going. It sounds busier than 35 people, though, I will say that. I think the last thing to do then today is to maybe put in a little bus line. Ooh, I think there's been a car accident. Somebody's crashed. It's Seems okay, though. What's he waiting for? He's waiting for the police. The police are here. And off he goes. He just needed writing off the... Needed to make sure he had a safe re-entry. There he goes. Drummond Holloway. Just doing a bit of shopping. Right, so I think if we put in some buses or something just to get people across from side to side. They've mostly stopped complaining over here about customers now, which is good. If we put in... So we've got the bus comes through here. So we could have like a... stop here, couldn't we? So we could start it there and then take it across. So we could do like a little shuttle run and we could do a... This is where these would be good connected. Now you can connect them via a bus-only lane. So far, whenever I've tried this, everybody seems to use it. So it should be used by dedicated public transport, emergency vehicles, and turning traffic. So you can use it to turn round, you can use it if you're a public transport, and you can use it if you're an emergency vehicle. I used this on my other map, and everybody used it, and I couldn't stop them. I thought at first, okay, well, they're just getting used to it, you know, the game's still working out which way they now need to travel. But no, everybody used it. I don't know if that was a glitch, or if it just doesn't work. I'm not sure. But I would like it in here. Because it would be a good way of hoovering everybody up. And we could drop them here and then send a shuttle run from here to here. Just to bring, so people can come here and then they can drive around here and whatever. I think that would be better. Who's this? Who are these people? Where are they coming from? Because you can also do... I can't click on that for some reason. You can do runs in and out of your town as well, I think. So we could send people out and they could go off to a different city, which is an option we could do. Let's just put in some bus stops to start with. So if you came in here, we start by coming that way, couldn't we? That's... We'll put one on either side. I'm not 100% sure we'll run it both ways. See, if you could just come through here now, that would be very useful. So if we put in a little... It's going to ruin our footpath though, isn't it? Hopefully it won't. If we do that, hopefully people will not use this apart from public transport. So let's put in, so they'll come down here. They can have a bus stop there and there. So these people can just walk to the bus there. Then they'll come round here. Stop there and there. Then they can come down here. Might as well go through the middle of this. Stop there and stop there. And they'll turn left. And they can stop on the... You don't need to come in here. I don't think they can stop here and here. People can walk through to there. And they can come... see this... So this would be where a bus line here... Yeah, I think we need to just... Okay, so they'll come down here, I've decided. Then they'll come through here and out here. Like that. Gives people extra footpath options as well. Somebody immediately used that. That motorbike is not... You should not be coming through here. You're not using it to turn round. You're not emergency services. And nor are you, whatever the other option was, public transport. I don't think that's going to work. We'll see. We'll see. At least it's only a small area. So we've got a stop there. We'll put a stop over here as well. So, yeah, they've got that. So that's that kind of linked. That'd be too long of a thing. I was going to come round and then they also come in here, but you'd be on the bus for hours, wouldn't you? If you had to come, if you caught the bus here and had to go all the way around and all the way around to go here, that would just be ridiculous. So they can have one. They can have one. These can have one. So then we're going to need to link this in, though, aren't we? A little bit, I think. And we could link it in with a thing here, actually. So we'll have the college as like the central where everybody goes. That can be our central turnaround. So we'll put in another one here and hope that the general public do not use this. And they already are. I wish you could give people fines. Why? Stop using my bus lane! I mean, I know people would always chance it like they do in real life, but that's ridiculous. Alright, let's put in the... So we've got that there. So they're all... That'll be one line, they'll come to here and reverse. So these will need one, and then we'll go over there as well. So I'll just put in the bus stops, or the shelters. And then I think we'll do the lines themselves in the next video. So if it came... Coming out of here... Once again, this is a little bit... This is the problem, I suppose, with building these sort of areas. Is getting your public transport in. We could do it with subway. But then you've got the problem of... You've put a subway in, and they'll complain about the noise and all the disruption that will cause. That'll have to be slightly offset. And they can have... Do they need one? Nah, they can get the bus there, can't they? Then they can go across here. Hopefully this gets patched. This public transport usage by other vehicles. I'm sure it will. If not, there'll be a mod for it at some point. So he can use it, and he didn't. Because he is an emergency service vehicle, but he turned around. I don't get it. Never mind. They can have a stop there. For those people. And then they can have another stop. Then they can turn right, actually. And stop here. And we'll have another bus only. We'll have to knock somebody out here, but somebody's complaining anyway, so they can be knocked out. That's what you get for complaining in my city. You can lose your business. Then we will come around here. And we'll put a stop in there and there. And then... I'd like to pick more people up round this corner if we can. But then we're going to... That's a bit tight around there though, isn't it? I think these people will just have to walk. So we'll put another stop in there. These people will just have to walk. It's on their way out anyway. They'll have to walk out of there. We'll do a similar thing over here as well. Because the other thing is, if you make these too twisty and they'll take so long that it's actually not worth having the public transport. Then we'll have to put in one over there. We can do that and that. I think that was an aeroplane. That. For some reason, none of those people are happy. They've all just abandoned their houses because we put a bus stop outside. How weird is that? They all just went, a bus stop, we're leaving. And they all just left and are now being rebuilt. And put another one in here like this. And they're going to come out of there And they go into the town anyway, so that's good. All right, so I think all the bus stops are in. We need to build the line, but we'll do that next time. And then we'll continue pushing on the area. We didn't build super amounts today, even though I said we're going to build as much as we can today. I don't think we really stopped building, but sometimes you just, yeah, you just have to go with it. It's now spring, though. We're getting into some better weather. We've got rid of that horrible blue haze that was over the map. We've now got a nice warmer colour, which is nice. But if you have enjoyed this episode, make sure you leave it a like. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you for another video very soon.